Okay, welcome to Just for Today. March 17th, 2019, True Courage. Before coming to NA, many of us thought we were brave simply because we had never experienced fear. We had drugged all our feelings, fear among them, until we had convinced ourselves that we were tough, courageous people who wouldn't crack under any circumstances. But finding courage in drugs has nothing to do with the way we live our lives today. Clean and in recovery, we are bound to feel frightened at times. Excuse me. When we first realize we are feeling frightened, we may think we are cowards. We're afraid to pick up the phone because the person on the other end might not understand. We're afraid to ask someone to sponsor us because they might say no. We're afraid to look for a job. We're afraid to be honest with our friends. But all of these fears are natural, even healthy. What's not healthy is allowing fear to paralyze us. When we permit our fear to stop our growth, we will be defeated. True courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the willingness to walk through it. Just for today, I will be courageous. When I'm afraid, I'll do what I need to do to grow in recovery. Facing fears is hard. Being scared happens a lot, especially in recovery, especially outside your comfort zone, which is what recovery is. It's an unknown territory to people who are previously drug addicted. It's 100% juxtaposed to what your life was in addiction. When your life is in addiction, you're addicted to drugs. Drugs become your comfort zone, even though you're ruining your entire life, and that's all you know, so you keep going back to it, even though your comfort zone is, riddled with pain and lies and deceit and just terrible consequences of even more terrible decisions. Growing in recovery means facing your fears. It means slowly being able to tell the truth. It means slowly being able to handle bigger challenges, becoming a problem solver again. One of the things that I lost in my addiction was my ability to solve problems. I became so pathetic that I couldn't figure out anything. All the skills I had before my addiction were gone. My entire ability to think through ideas, to practically get through the day, to be a productive person, were lost. And when you start to face your fears in recovery, it sucks a lot of the time because the fears that you're facing are so pathetically small. It takes a lot of courage to keep facing these fears every day when no one is giving you props for them. And that might seem like, I'm being almost pathetic in a way because, it's like, oh, you can't just work on yourself. You need someone there to be like, oh, good job, buddy, all the time. But when you leave your addiction behind and start your road to recovery, the things that scare you and that drive you towards fear are going to be so pathetically small that it's going to be almost embarrassing to admit that you have to work on these little things. But you do, and no one's going to congratulate you. If you're lucky, you might find a sponsor that you can talk about getting over these little wins, help some people. I had a lot of hand holding at the start, and it helped a lot. And hopefully you will get to a place where you're able to face bigger and bigger fears and slowly build up your resilience to these fears. slowly you'll be able to get comfortable outside of your comfort zone. You won't lie when it seems convenient. You'll be able to tell the truth to someone knowing that this person facing you won't be happy with the truth you're telling them. This is not going to happen in a day. This is not going to happen in a month. This is going to happen very slowly over time. The key for me was to not get derailed when you lose a day. If something doesn't go well for you, if you do end up telling a lie to someone's face, you can't just be like, well, fuck it, I'm done. I guess I screwed up, so I might as well throw everything away. You have to be able to let go of that. Accept that the path to living an honest life and being a productive member of society is not going to be a path of perfection. It's going to be a path of attempting to live up to an ideal, failing, getting back up again, setting a higher ideal, and attempting to live up to that. Failing, getting back up again, having the courage to set a higher ideal, trying to live up to it, and failing again. And that's going to repeat over and over and over and over every day. This is a 1 day at a time program. Never forget that. It's okay to slip a little for a day. It's like the stock market, right? That's what you want in your life. You don't want, you want your trajectory to be going up, but it's not going to be a solid line like this. It's going to be it's going to be little blips of great success and little blips of, of regression too. So you have to be able to stick to the path when these disappointments happen. You have to be able to slowly become more resilient to failure. And becoming resilient to failure is courage. So even if you lose a day, even if you relapse, get back on that horse and keep going. Face your fears. Get out of your comfort zone. Thanks for watching just for today. I'm Heavy Brown, and have a clean 24, and I'll see you tomorrow. Heavy Brown, out.